Hey everyone, welcome back for another episode of Township Talk. Today we have a really hot topic to talk about with you, which would be the new Amazon distribution center that's hopefully coming to Springfield Township. But first we have an intro about an upcoming public meeting that the Springfield Township is putting on where they're discussing possible solutions to cure the lake with the company that cured Chippewa Lake. So
blue-green algae.
Yep. There you go. So let's go ahead and roll that. So on May 30th, you are all invited to attend the public meeting. It's going to be at the Town Hall in Springfield Township, which is the same building as the Springfield Police Department. And it's going to be a public meeting starting at 3:30 p.m. And we're going to hear from Blue-Green Algae and, hear what they have to say about it. And I'm sure the trustees are probably going to ask some questions too.
Yeah, just be prepared. Bring a lot of questions. We had a meeting over in Lakemore when we had almost every agency possible for water runoff, for lakes. They were all there. We all discussed it. They're going to be at this meeting. So just, research a little bit and come with a lot of questions because they're going to be ready to answer pretty much anything.
It's going to be a full house then, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, anyway.
I'm hoping it's going to be a full house. It's, I'm looking forward to it. There's some pros and cons. You hear a bunch of rumors and stuff out there, but this is a time where we could ask, them hard questions, and let's ask them.
Yeah, and we reached out to the cable network to see if they were planning on, recording and stuff. We haven't got a for sure answer back to us yet, but do you know if, they said for sure that they would be recording?
I'm pretty sure that that should be recorded to the public. I know they recorded at 6:00. I'm not sure if they're going to record the earlier one, but I'm sure that, it won't be hard to do. So
we're going to do our best to get it on
there,
right?
Yeah, we'll do our best. And if not, you can figure out a way to stream it.
Yeah, we can try that.
I think it's extremely important to the public, that they, this is one of the gems of Springfield, and, the more input, the better.
Yeah, and I know that we kind of announced it last time, but the Save the Lake Commission is something that we started along with Jessica Kasich, who owns Sacred Grove Yoga Studio. And it's still, in the works, but if you guys would like to join that, please go to the Experience Springfield Township website and just, fill in your information, and we'll be in touch. So, yeah. Something else good that's going on.
I'm looking forward to seeing everyone May 30th, and just come prepared to ask some questions. I'm going to ask a few. So
yeah, I mean, there's a ton of rumors and misinformation out there. So this is kind of leading it to that transparent government that you always talk about, especially when you were campaigning.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I want everything to be open to the public, everything. Which
is great. I mean, honestly, that's how it should be.
Yes.
We can accomplish more together than we can divided against each other.
Exactly.
So yeah, now moving into the next thing, let's go ahead and roll that intro, Anthony, for our Amazon story. Okay, Jeremy, Amazon, hot topic right now. You guys just did an article in the Akron Beacon Journal. Fill us in. Tell us what's going on.
I mean, Amazon is a hot topic. It's one of the biggest companies in America.
Yeah,
probably
definitely.
The world,
Definitely.
They're up there. They've been building these distribution centers pretty much all around the country, and they actually have something going on, currently on Gilchrist Road. So, they want to come into an industrial parkway over here off Massillon Road. Their facility, roughly just a hair under 100,000 square feet. And they were turned down back in, what was that,
21, right?
21,
Mm-hmm.
Correct. And they came back to the table, and it looks like to me that they addressed almost every topic that got brought up negative-wise. So that's going to be another public meeting. So I encourage everyone to show up to that one also.
Did you say it's the same day, May 30th?
I'm thinking it is the same day. So that will be a fun fun day. There should be plenty of people there, and that would kind of make it convenient, actually, if it was in the same day.
Yeah, it really would. Maybe we can all order Uncle Tito's or something,
Right,
and
right.
make it a community picnic of sorts.
Right.
But okay, so we actually did a poll on the Springfield Township Bulletin to kind of see what people were thinking. So Anthony, can we bring that up? The results for that? Okay, if they're on, awesome. So we asked people what they thought about the Amazon potentially coming in. We got a few different results. Let me see if I can pull that up and we can talk about it. 1 second, please. Okay, so we had we had 390 votes total, which is pretty good for an online poll.
Yeah, not bad.
The top result that people were choosing was love the idea. 46% of people in the area, or in the group rather, said that they absolutely love the idea of Amazon coming in. We had 2% say don't know, don't care. 21% said it's not a good idea. 15% said that they need to know more. So you guys are welcome to come to the meeting. 6% said if it brings jobs to the community, do it. 4% said taxes and jobs for Springfield Township. 4% said only in a high business area, which I think it is, right?
Yeah, it's yes, it's right off Massillon Road there in that industrial parkway there.
They're not doing the entrance on Pickle like they planned
Correct.
in 2021.
They came back to the table, and the entrance is only on Massillon Road.
Good. Okay, so 1% said need a lot of info, and another 1% said only if it's not in JED zone. Okay, so let's kind of backtrack and talk a little bit about what JED is. I know we touched on that when we did the JED Park Township talk, but can you kind of explain to people how exactly JED works?
JED got signed, I believe it was back in like 1999, and it's some 99-year agreement where Akron, they agreed not to annex any more of Springfield into Akron.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Springfield used to be, we used to sell it, but it was a lot larger. And Akron was coming in, annexing different sections. And back in 1999, it went to the tax to the people. They voted on it, and they voted that this JED agreement was the thing to do back then.
So this was something that was voted on. This wasn't just a public official making.
Correct.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Now, with that being said, I know that we've talked a little bit about this, online and stuff like that, but it's $160,000 that would go straight into the school district the first year, or do I have it reversed?
So when the Amazon executives, when they came in to meet with us, that was one of the questions I asked. I'm like, do you know roughly, what your property tax is going to be? And they were, boom, right away. They had it down. They said it was like 158,900, and they had it down the first year would go to the schools. And then they had down a number. It was roughly a little bit under 60,000 to the township itself. And that's just in property tax.
That's the first year.
Yeah, that's the first year in property tax, correct.
Okay.
The JED agreement, that has to do with the tax on like payroll and stuff like that. So it has nothing to do with the property tax itself.
Okay, because I know a lot of people thought that Springfield would get absolutely nothing from this
No,
agreement.
So that was one of the questions we had right away. A lot of times when big companies come into a place, they ask for, certain things like, hey, if I come in and to your area, can we get 5 years of a tax, where they don't have to pay a tax?
Abatement?
Yeah,
I
an
think is the word.
abatement.
Yeah.
Correct. And Amazon, they want nothing. They want no incentives to come in. They just want to come on in and build in a zone that's zoned for that. And I believe they don't have to get any variances or anything. It's approved for that now.
They're just already good to go, pretty much.
That's how it looks to me.
Okay. Well, let me rephrase that. They're good to go if it's approved. So
Correct.
with that being said, you kind of, showed me the process of how this works. Can you tell everybody at home how, approval would come about?
Yeah. So let me just get my notes here. So it actually, Amazon, it goes to our Springfield Zoning Commission.
Zoning commission.
Yes, the zoning
I think we
commission.
have yeah, we do have a slide that has the different members of the zoning commission, the BZA board. Let's go ahead and put that up. It's already up. Okay, cool.
All right, and then the zoning commission, they have to send it to the Summit County for their review.
Okay.
And then Summit County will send it back to the zoning commission for the final review, and then they send their recommendations to the trustees of Springfield
Now,
for a vote.
I think there was some miscommunication out there about the trustees not having anything to do with Amazon coming in. In fact, they do have something to do with it, right? They vote on it.
We have the final vote after it comes back from the zoning.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. And then, as I said, we have the different zoning and BZA members on a slide right now, so people can see who they are and what their contact information is, along with their titles and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in having Amazon come in, feel free to message those individuals and kind of just tell them what your thoughts are. I mean, even if you're against it, use your voice in the community and let it be known and let your thoughts be known, because that's what it takes.
I mean, one thing I'd like to get out to the public. Joe and we were kind of brainstorming there before they came in, and we're like, it would be nice with a company as large as Amazon. It would be nice to be able to go to these companies, since it's a township, and instead of going to the taxpayers for so many things. And so we brought it up at that meeting. If we're like, the Springfield schools for the last 30 years have been kind of struggling. Would you guys be open to putting turf on the football field? Maybe finishing the track. We spoke about we actually need another fire department on that side of the lake, like a smaller one, so we could our times would be quicker. And they seemed like they were open to all that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing. I'm glad that we brought that up to them, because that could be huge, something that we could actually go to these companies for, instead of having to go to the taxpayers and trying to get, more and more money from people when it's, it's already struggling out there.
Well, you bring up another point. There was some discussion about the roads with Amazon. So people were saying, it's going to cause a lot of damage to the roads. But today you and I were speaking, and it sounded like with the Akron Beacon article that came out that Akron would be, in charge of some of that. Is that true?
Well, we're actually, it's kind of funny because we had another meeting also. There's another company going to come in, and if all this goes through, they're going to be Amazon's neighbor over there. And it's a company that they do eggs. I believe they're based out of
it's pretty cool.
Pittsburgh over there, and they're going to be a distribution center for eggs. And their plan, they're going to have multiple tractor trailer spots, and but you don't hear much about that because it's not Amazon.
Yeah, it's not a brand name, but they're still important.
Yeah,
we like good eggs.
So we discussed it with them and Amazon, where they would take the maintenance on these roads that they would be constantly going in and out of, to where it takes the burden off of Springfield.
That's another win then.
And so now it's they're going back and forth with Akron. They're coming up with this cul-de-sac situation over there, and it sounds like it's going to work out great. And then once they hit Massillon Road, I believe that's a state road, so the state takes care of that road. So it should be very little burden on the Springfield Safety Services.
Thank you. Appreciate you, telling people at home that, because, when they said that, I started thinking too, like, who is going to take care of that? But it sounds like it's already planned,
Yeah, I mean,
they already have a plan.
it's all negotiable, and they were totally open for it. And so, if we could put that into where that's their responsibility, why not do it?
Yeah, I mean, that's fantastic. And well, thank you, Jeremy. And do you have anything else to add before we kind of wrap it up? Or?
No, I'm just, my feelings personally for Amazon, I think it would be a good thing for the township. It's over in that certain area. They addressed all their concerns for the neighbors. That was a big problem coming off of Pickle Road. I would definitely say that would have been a no-go. going through the school zone there. And
Yeah, it's too much.
That would have been horrible. But now, since they came back to the drawing table and, they scaled it down, they scaled down the parking, they're doing sound studies, water runoff studies. There are multiple other studies that they were telling me about. They should, at our meeting, they should have everything, they should have answers to all of our questions and concerns.
Great. And, I think we actually have time to open it up for a Q&A of our own.
For sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Are we good, Ant, to do that? Awesome. Do we have any questions coming up? No questions? Okay. Yeah. If you guys have a question, go ahead and put it in the chat. And like I said, you can feel free to message the zoning board, the BZA board, and, that sort of thing too. But we're here for you if you want to put one in right now. Still no? Is there anything else you want to shout out that's going on in the local community while we wait for a question? Or
it's my busy time of the year over here at Kim Tam Park at Melanie Springs. I've been, whoever's driving by, you'll see that there's no water in there currently.
I saw that when I pulled up. I was like,
yes,
okay.
We are putting in the new slides, and yeah, it's a lot of work. So, I'm going from one place to the other. I've been pretty busy here in the last few weeks.
Well, we appreciate all the hard work you're doing.
I love it, man. I don't know anything different, to tell you the truth. I don't know what it'd be like to sit around.
That Springfield grit,
Right.
I'm telling you. It's heart of a Spartan. But 0 questions. All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you for tuning in. We hope we gave you some valuable information, and please show up on May 30th at 3:30 p.m. for the lake meeting, and obviously the Amazon meeting is going to come after that, hopefully anyway. So yeah, do you have anything else to say before we close out?
The concert series at Springfield's going to start soon, then
the
to
farmers
May.
Market,
Yeah. So yeah, you'll want to, maybe the next one you could put up the schedule on there. That'd be kind of cool.
could do that. Yes, we can.
Yeah, that's going to be cool really cool for the Springfield community. Come on down. It's a free event on the lake. Love it. I'd love to see one day like 30 boats out there,
That would be amazing.
Just chilling out, watching the concerts. Man, that would be perfect.
What docks can they use now to put their boats in?
I don't know how many docks are out there really, but I'm sure if there was a demand for docks, I'm sure the docks would appear.
Yeah, we can make it work.
Yes, I'm sure that they would appear.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to Township Talk. Feel free to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. See you soon.
See you.